What I want to highlight here is your application might be working perfectly fine. Just try to observe under hood how the application is performing. Okay, now let us go deep dive into the application and try to identify the issues. And not only identifying the issues, we will try to fix them as well. Let me try to run this code and show you the output first, and later we'll be discussing what exactly is happening over here. So let us concentrate on the application first. Yes, the application is being successfully installed on our simulator, and we can see the list of users. Yes, those are default users, and even you can search for the users here. So 2, we are able to see 2 and 20, so those are the 2 matching users, and the application works perfectly fine. You can even click and you can log the user which is being clicked. So when you look at the application, right, it appears like everything is fine. This app looks completely fine. No errors, no crashes, everything works perfectly. But what if I told you there are hidden performance issues running in the background? Every single time you type, click, or even refresh the screen, unnecessary re-renders, repeated calculations, and unstable functions, silently slowing down your app without you even realizing it. So in this video we are going to expose what exactly happening and fix it step by step. Okay, now let us go deep dive into the application and try to identify the issues. And not only identifying the issues, we will try to fix them as well. And if you are watching this video for the first time on our channel, I suggest you to stay subscribed to our channel for more interesting content. And even in the previous vlogs, we have identified the Flutter issues, and the link for these videos I am providing in the description section below. So let me try to highlight the last render here and start searching. So when I just start searching user here, I entered that's it. So you can carefully observe the logs, how much rendering happened and how much filtering is being happening here. This is how the application is being performing behind the scenes. So every time you create the application, right, it's not that you just look at the front face of the application and decide yes, it is working perfectly fine, but in the background there are a lot of things that are running. And also make sure when the application goes to the live, right, the scenario will be completely different. The device, everything will play a key role in your application performance. So now let us try to rectify the issue. So for the first time when the application is installed, you are able to see 20 users are loaded. Yes, this is perfectly fine. But why on every time the filtering is happening and again the list of users is again reloading? So let us try to address the issue one by one. So here when you look at the code, right, let me try to quickly go through the code. These are the imports, and here we are trying to populate a list of users, and again we are trying to append just the index to the user here. That's what you are able to see on the right hand side. If you are carefully observe here the code, there is no mistake at all. What if I told you you can optimize this code further and try to reduce the rendering issue here? So these many times the rendering is happening, right? Let us try to optimize it now quickly. And to optimize it, here is a solution I am trying to utilize here, Memo. So we are going to use React.memo and try to skip the re-rendering issue. And also you can find here, like going forward, when you are using React compiler, right, this automatically gets applied and you need not specify this React.memo in your code. But for now, most of the people are not using the React compiler, so this issue might be going on in their code base. So let us come back to the code here and start applying the React.memo here. So I'm going to utilize React.memo and try encapsulating the existing code. we are done with the React memo, but is this okay for the solution? Will this work? Let me try to stop the code and again restart it. And also for the clarity, let me try to uninstall the application here. So I'm completely uninstalling the expo here. So let us try to reinstall it and try to observe whether this will fix the issue or not. So here again, for the first time, entire list is loaded. Yes, this is perfectly fine. But is this issue fixed? No, this issue is not fixed here because we have handled here, but there are other codes as well which we need to handle carefully. So if you observe here, filtered users, and let me try to show you what exactly happening here. Now I am not going to filter anything, just I will click on the refresh stats here, and again let me try to reduce the count here so that you will get a clarity. Let me try to reduce the count and save it. So now just we have two users here. Let me try to highlight this, and here you can see filtering is still being logged here. We are not filtering anything, but still filtering is being affected. So this block of code is being rendered multiple times. Let me try to click on refresh here. So how many times I'm clicking the refresh, the filtering is also being called again and again, even though we are not using the filter here. So generally the filtering should happen only when we are trying to type something in the box, but even on the refresh the filtering is happening here. And here is the React hook we are utilizing now, useMemo. So this will let you cache the result of a calculation before re-renders, and this is what we are going to utilize now. And again the same with the React compiler here, so it is providing the note. So let us go back to our code and here utilize the useMemo now. And also you need to specify the text here. So based on the text changing only the filtering will happen now. So going forward, when you refresh, right, the filtering won't happen. Here you can see you cannot see filtering anymore in our logs. When you start typing user, right, again you can see the filtering here. Let me try to show you again. So I am removing this. You are able to see the filtering only at the time of typing some information into the text box. You are able to see the filtering, and on the normal refresh you are not able to see the filtering. So we have addressed two issues right now, but yes, the rendering is still happening. Let me try to address one more issue, then this particular issue will also be sorted out. So okay, filtering issue is done, but still the first issue is pending. Let me try to address the handle press as well. So here continuously you are seeing false, right? What we are trying to do here, let me try to show you the code. Previous reference, we are trying to capture the reference of the handle press here, and we are trying to compare whether the previous reference is matching the current reference or not. So it is clearly saying false. So the previous reference is not at all matching the current reference. And what this shows is every time the handle press is recreating the reference. So how we will handle it, again here we are utilizing one more React hook here, that is useCallback, and this will let you cache the function definition between re-renders. So here this is a function and it will try to hold the reference between every re-render. Currently it is not holding the reference, that's why you are able to see the result is false. Let us try to hold the reference here. So use callback, and so here I have saved the code, and right after saving the code you are able to see it is true. Let me try to refresh it, and now you are able to see true here. So the previous reference is matching the current reference. Okay, so we have addressed the reference issue as well. But if you observe, the application was working perfectly fine, but every time the new reference was being created here, and now we even handle this particular issue. So let us try to run this now, and if you observe, the rendering is not happening again. let me try to type 2 here. Carefully observe the list here and also the logs here. Let me try to type the 2 here. Yes, we have got only one item in the list, and when I remove these 2, right, you will be able to see the render item 1 here. So I hope you understood what is exactly happening here. Let me try to show you again. So I am typing user and nothing is being rendered here. So I'll be showing the code also. So here rendering. So nothing is being rendered here. And so when I type 1 here, even now nothing is happening. But when I remove 1 here, you can see the 2 is appearing in our logs here. So it's again very simple. The list is already there, so the rendering is not happening. By the time you specified 1 here, the list is having only user 1, and when you remove the 1 here, it needs to render 2 also to the list. So that's why 2 is being rendered, and you can clearly see. So what exactly you need, right, that is only being rendered, not everything again. And when you are searching for 2 here, 1 is removed from the list, and when you come back here, 1 needs to be added to the list, right? So that's why user 1 is rendered now. But in the long scale, let me try to specify 20 users here and save the code, and here you have got 20 users now, or else let me make it 200 users. So imagine on the left side you can see 192 users are rendered now. So here you can clearly see the issue. Why only 192? Yes, now we got 200 users now, because when we are scrolling, the remaining users are being added to the list. And imagine this is your real-time application which is on the Play Store or App Store. How much rendering will be happened unnecessary if you don't use these particular components which we have used here. What I want to highlight here is your application might be working perfectly fine. Just try to observe under hood how the application is performing. That is the main important task of a developer. And again, perfectly fine doesn't mean the application is working fine on the emulator or simulator. When you look at it, there are multiple scenarios: dev platform, production platform. You need to compare how it is performing on both the platforms, because everything works mostly fine on the dev platforms. The actual issues start popping up in the production platform itself. So I hope you found this video interesting, and I will be providing this code as well in the blog, and the link for the blog I will be providing in the comment section below. And also let me know the issues you are facing in your applications. And also I suggest you to go through our previous content here, where we have seen what are React hooks and various React tutorials. So if you found this video interesting, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content.